What's up, guys? We are back once again on Pokemon Showdown for another episode of Road to Top 10 in the Ubers tier. This time I'm using a Specs Palkia team. Once again, shoutouts to Edgar, my boy. Yeah, so thank you everybody for the continued support, the likes, the comments. If you can continue to support these videos. Road to Top 10 in Ubers is shortly coming to a close. Where are we? I don't think I'm 1709 because of decay. I wasn't 1709 last time I checked. I was something around here. But either way, I'm gonna look for a battle, and I found one. So my opponent has a really, I always say they have a scary team, but you know, Deoxys attack is always a threat. I'm just gonna lead off with Klefki, expecting him to want to lead off with Deoxys, and what I can do is just play rough that thing. I don't want it to get up as many hazards as it can. It's such a threat, man. It kills everything on my team one shot. Barring like Kyogre or even Palkia, but it'll do a hell of a lot, and I don't want them. Palkia has a lot of fun. I'm talking to you two in this this match actually, and the Oxytech can't generally touch this Pokemon right here unless it's running like HP Fire or Fire Punch. So yeah, I'm gonna lead off with my Klefki, and I'll pause it until he decides to pick his lead. Alright, so he decides to lead off with his Yveltal, which is honestly perfect for me because nothing is stopping me from going for my first spike. Yveltal can't do anything. He actually expects a Thunder Wave right there, so he switches out into his Zekrom. I'm really not predicting him to want to go right for the Volt Switch or Outrage or anything, so I can easily just switch out into my Landorus. That's kind of obvious though, so I'm gonna go for my second layer of spikes as he does try and go for Volt Switch right there. I was debating going for Thunder Wave because I was really expecting just a switch, a flat out switch from him, because Landorus was kind of obvious, but he decides to go right for the Volt Switch. Because he does that Volt Switch, I'm thinking he is Choice Scarf, as that is the most popular set. But these spikes are basically ensuring that I can knock him out with, sorry, I'm saying so much. But I can knock him out with Extreme Speed at +2. So I'm going to go into my Landorus right now because I don't want to get Thunder Waved. I want to limit the amount of spikes he can set up. So he does try and go for that Thunder Wave. Now I can just get up my Stealth Rocks basically for free. He could Swagger me. He could potentially have Swagger. But I don't think he does because he ends up switching out. So Yveltal ends up coming in. I love the way it looks shiny. It's like bacon. I love bacon. Turkey bacon though. Turkey bacon's healthiest choice right there out of bacon. And I can eat up this Dark Pulse. All I'm gonna do is just go for the Thunder Wave, cripple this Yveltal as he actually chooses to stay in, going for Taunt. Fine by me. I could just go right for Play Rough. Super effective. I have 202 attack. Look at this monster. This little keychain right here. And he doesn't have a switch-in barring... Yeah, he doesn't really have a switch-in barring, like, Klefki. Because everything's going to be taking damage and I can Thunder Wave everything. So, ends up going out to his Klefki. He has Rocky Helmet. Interesting innovation. I don't know. I find Leftovers better just because you want to be able to take hits from... Did I get attacked? You want to be able to take hits from certain mons, but... He ends up going for the Toxic. Good play on his part. I'm just going to go right for Earthquake right here as he decides to lay up Spike. I don't have a Defogger on this team, but that Spike is the only hazard he's going to be able to get up, barring like Stealth Rocks from his Deoxys. So I'm expecting him to go out to Deoxys right now as it's the best possible switch he could do. As he decides to go out into it, and I do have Klefki that can just come in and potentially just Thunder Wave him. I might just go for Play Rough though, expecting a switch. It depends how I want to do this, but he does go for Stealth Rocks, and what I can do is just go right for Play Rough. He doesn't really have a switching. Like I said, I'm not saying Gar or Zekrom are switching because they won't appreciate, this thing won't appreciate getting Thunder Wave, and Zekrom won't appreciate a Play Rough, even though I'm weak at 202 attack. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I am lower than 1709, but he does decide to go out to his Yveltal. As I do land my Play Rough. Looks to be a solid 2-hit KO. Not bad. Not bad at all, Klefki. And I'm just going to go for it one more time as he's able to get off minimal damage with the Sucker Punch. So thankfully I do hit it. And basically I'm expecting Zekrom to want to come in. I'm also expecting Arceus to want to come in. Arceus though, less of a threat than Zekrom in my opinion. No, wait, that's a lie. He does end up going out to his Zekrom. And I can definitely save Klefki, so I'm going to switch out into my Landorus as I mean, it was a good play. He gets a double switch, a cool double switch right there, but he just took a lot of damage for no reason. I don't even have to go for SD now. But it still worked out for him. I'm going to save my Klefki just in case basically just in case I can get off a Thunder Wave on Gengar. And I'm actually going to choose to sack Palkia, because Palkia is going to be doing the least in this battle. It's outsped by 1, 2, 3 when it Mega Evolves, 3 without Mega Evolving, and Arceus does have priority, so I'm thinking Palkia is the correct play, as he decides to go right for the Psycho Boost. So I can now just go right out into my Arceus and just click Extreme Speed. I don't even think I have to predict his Gengar and go for Shadow Claw, because afterwards I can go for Shadow Claw. So I'm going to go for Extreme Speed and knock him out. I'm not Jolly Arceus, so his Gengar will be able to outspeed me, but regardless, I'm just going to go for Shadow Claw anyway. The biggest threat to me right now is his Arceus, but I do have Landorus, and I can pivot back and Sporf with Intimidates. So I'm expecting he actually ends up going out to his Arceus. I don't see the point in setting up an SD, as he might be able to outspeed me after. So I'm just gonna go right for Extreme Speed, as he does decide to go for the SD right there. And what I can do is just go for another one, as I'm able to live it because I'm running a hell of a lot of bulk. Able to eat that up, as now he ends up going out to his Gengar, and it's looking like Scarf Kyogre can just clean up. So I'm just gonna go for Shadow Claw, as he's gonna be able to knock. No, he's not. Wait, what? He went for What? He went for Shadow Ball. No reason to predict the switch there, buddy. That sucks. But that basically just ensured that Scarf Kyogre can just click Ice Beam and win the game, because he'll be able to knock out Zekrom. Zekrom will be able to outspeed me if he is Jolly, but between Landorus and Klefki, he can't lock himself into a Dragon or Electric move. It's basically checkmate. So I'm just gonna go right for the Ice Beam, as he decides to go for Bolt Strike, just trying to get that final kill. And Landorus is gonna be able to, you know, avoid this and just go right for the Earthquake and knock him out. So that was a good game. That misclick kind of sucked on Gengar, but oh wow, 17. We are 17-21, guys. I actually was at 1709. Not bad. So I hope you saw the good game. I'm just gonna pause until we find another one, and we'll be right back. All right, so we have found another battle. This time versus a Smeargle user. He has a bunch of leads. He has Darkrai. He has Genesect. He has Smeargle. He has Kyogre. I'm gonna lead off with my Gengar, because I can potentially just taunt the Smeargle. Thank you. And yeah, I'm just gonna go for the taunt right now. He could potentially just switch out, predicting that, but I think going for taunt is my safest of plays, so definitely gonna go right for that. You too. Thanks, man. He could also have Magic Coat. That would suck. I kind of just want to go right for. I actually want to go for Shadow Ball, predicting something else. But he does have Magic Coat, so just gonna go right for the Sludge Bomb right here. Basically, just kind of sacking my Gar, because he's able to get up his Sticky Web, but he doesn't go for Spore though, so it's gonna work out for me. Sticky Web kind of sucks, but I don't know. I do have Thunder Wave on my team, so I'm really not too worried about Sticky Web. And then I have this super fast Gengar right now, which he can't knock out with anything barring like Kyogre's attack. Even Groudon's attack won't be able to knock me out. I can just go for the Destiny Bond on one of his Mons. Yeah, I could. So Smeargle goes down. Doesn't go for Spore. I don't know how I felt about that. He could have potentially gotten off more from that turn. Sticky Web, and then maybe rocks, spikes, Nuzzle. I don't know, but either way, I have a fast Mega Gengar right here, as he decides to go out into his Kyogre. I really don't want to risk him being Specs. I can't go for Destiny Bond anyway, so there's no point in staying. I'm just going to go out into my Palkia, as he does decide to go for Surf. Does a decent amount. Doesn't matter though, I am Choice Specs. He has no switch-ins to this at all. Yeah, you have literally no switch-ins to this. You can go out to Groudon, you can stay in if you want to. Doesn't matter. I am, like I said, I'm Specs, so I'm going to be able to 2-hit KO him with this Hydro Pump if I do end up hitting the second one. I hope I do. Be very nice, because that is actually a threat to my team. He might not have Spore on his Smeargle, because he does have Darkrai, so that's something I probably could have taken into account. Doesn't matter though. I'm going to be able to hit this this Kyogre with the next Hydro Pump. I hope I am. As taking a little while to decide. It's sack Kyogre or sack something else, because everything is just going to go down to this Specs Hydro Pump. Decides to try and switch out into his Groudon, and it does not take this at all. Don't want to stay in though. I don't want to get hit with an earthquake. He does outspeed me, so I'm gonna switch out to my lanterns as I can get up rocks and break potential sashes, and that'll help me out. So I'm gonna go for my rocks right here as he goes for lava plume. Ooh, the primal Groudon, bringing it in before it happens. And I can just go right for earthquake. His entire team is grounded, barring like an Arceus flying, which I can just stone edge. So able to knock out the Groudon, taking out a huge threat, getting up my rocks in the process as he decides to go out into his dark right now. I do have Palkia as sleep fodder, so I'm just going to sack that as he does go for the dark void. And what I can do now is go out into my Klefki. I actually probably should have sacked Gengar as sleep fodder. That would have made more sense, but you know, we all make misplays. And what I can do is hit this thing with a Thunder Wave. But was there really any point in going for that? I'm going to go for a Spike right here, as he actually decides to switch out, fearing the Thunder Wave, I think. Interesting play right there. Either way, Gengar, like I said, doesn't do much, which is why I should have sleep foddered it, because he can knock me out with anything. So I'm going to sack Gengar. Also, if he does go for Iron Head, it'll give me a free switch into Kyogre. And these spikes, these hazards are going to help me with Arceus later on, clean up. So he goes right for the Iron Head, as he's going to be able to KO me with that. And that's completely fine, because I do have my Kyogre, which can just come in and click Surf, because everything will go down to a Surf at this point. Genesect dies. He decides to try and stay in and play around with flinches. Does not work out for him, as Genesect is going to go down. Darkrai can come in. Arceus can't set up. He has to go out into Kyogre, in my opinion. Arceus won't be able to set up that, and then Arceus is basically his win condition, and I will stay in and go for Surf. He has to go out to Kyogre or Darkrai. No, not Darkrai, because Palkia is asleep. He has to go out to Kyogre and go for Thunder and or Surf. So we'll see what move he decides to go for. Basically, my goal is not to let him get a free setup with his Arceus. I will hit him with an attack as he tries to set up. So gonna pause until he decides to make a move, and we'll be right back. So he decides to go out to Darkrai. Unless he gets a flinch right here, I do disagree with this play, because he won't be able to knock me out with any move barring like a Life Orb Thunder, which Darkrai doesn't generally carry. So see, that Life Orb hit does nothing, as he doesn't get the flinch and just sacks his Darkrai. So I don't really agree with that play right there. Yeah, he should have went out to Kyogre before, but either way, I'll be able to set up. I actually outspeed him because I was Choice Scarf. That makes sense. I guess he was Specs Ogre. Yeah, I should have noticed based on the damage on Palkia. But either way, I can just go right for Surf right here, as he doesn't want to let me get off a Surf. Good play. And should be able to go right out into my Lanners and just go for Earthquake, just to get off damage to the point where I can knock it out with extreme speed. So that's going to be the plan right there. He can SD. He could definitely SD, but he'll only be at +1, so I'm okay with that. And I'll be able to get off a nice amount of damage with the Earthquake. So extreme speed does not do nearly enough, and I could potentially just switch out, but there's no point at all, because Arceus will be able to take a +1 E-speed crit. So yeah, gonna be a good game right here. Even a crit, like I said, wouldn't have been able to knock me out. That did less than half. That's +1. So yeah, good game, dude. And I believe we are actually top 10. Are we? Are we? That's pretty sick if we are. Yes, we are. We are top 10. So, wow. Thanks, man. Yeah, guys. So I know I'm gonna end this episode short, but you know, I feel like Ubers is people are getting tired of Ubers. So thank you everybody for watching my road to top 10. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm cheating you, but I did get top 10 right here. I am number 10. I could potentially go for more. I might actually go for number 1, but I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm going to be real. The only tier I wanted to get number 1 in was OU. The rest, I just want to get top 10. So eventually I will come back to Ubers and I will be going for rank 1. But for now, I'm just going to... I will later, bro. I promise. I'm just going to go for top 10. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Eventually, I'll be doing roads to rank 1 in Ubers, but not right now. I want to finish up UU. I want to start up NU and RU. I'm really excited about those tiers, the innovation. Thank you, everybody, for watching. You know, hit that like button, man. Nice Nappy and Shady Penguin. Smash that like button. Nah, do what you guys got to do. And, yeah, stay tuned for UU, RU, NU. The other tiers, World Cup, Small Round World Cup. Can't wait. Thank you everybody once again, and until next time, later.